We're back so fast that I forgot to plug in my microphone. That's clever. All right, this is what we're doing. We've got these, what we call Sammys in the trade. And we got 5/16. I was getting 3/8. That's what I use professionally, but then I realized just how big 3/8 is. And we're just a house, so we're going to do 5/16. We got the 5/16 rod, we got the Sammys, we got the rod couplings, we got hopefully all our hardware this time. I went to Home Depot in less than 10 minutes and back. We're going to be hanging a shelf up here, a floating shelf. Don't spend $300 on those shelves that everyone wants you to buy when you can build one of these yourself. So let me know how the audio sounds. I'm going to snap this. Yeah, let me know how the audio sounds and let's get started. So this is what we're doing. We've got our rod coupling like this. Now see how this goes too far this way? We're going to put a nut here to cinch it up. That way we can get an even grab on this rod coupling when we screw the all thread into it. So this is, what's up, Jamie? Oh, it ain't bad. Nice, nice. Appreciate it. Okay, yeah, so we got this. We've got our multi-driving, whatever this is, does everything, has all the sizes. We could chuck this into our drill if you're desperate. We'll figure out what size this is, what socket we'll need, and we'll run this up in the rafters. That's the plan anyway. So this is what we're going to be building. It's going to go like this. So we want even bite on the threads. Tighten this here like that. That's going to go there. Let's see how much thread we have. Yeah, that's perfect. Right there. That's going to go there. And then this will stop this from moving as well. So we're going to cinch it down on all the sides like this. You're from Russia. What's going on? Appreciate it. How you doing? Glad you're here. So this is what we're going to use to suspend our all thread from the ceiling. You can get this all at Home Depot. You don't have to spend all the money, all those $300 kits that you see. All you need is 2x4s and $16. That's all you need, 2x4s and $16. That's how much we're spending here. So we are going to run this off of this all thread now. And we want to pay attention to how much thread we're biting, because we might not get enough. We want to make sure that we get a good amount of thread on both sides. Somewhere like that, yeah. So if we were to look, that's how much thread we're getting bit. That's fantastic. That's where we want to be. So this is ready for the drill now. Before we can drill, we got to do some measurements. And the whole point of this live is to show you that you can do this DIY. I haven't pre-measured anything. This is a blank slate just for you guys. So if I mess up, you guys can learn from my mistake. If we do good, you guys will like and sub, hopefully. Is that fair? We're making a shelf here, so I'm going to get my tape measure, and we're just going to use our DIY tape measure just like the video. Now, what are we measuring here? We are going to mount one of these table holders. So this is the table. The table itself is 3 feet wide, so we know we want a little bit wider of a shelf. I would say at least 45 inches to be safe. 46, working with evens. And the shelf depth is 30. but we'll probably go 32 just to make sure. So we're gonna go 46 by 32. I've got a lot of mess in my garage, and you guys see a cord in your way. Is the AC too loud? Because I can unfortunately turn that off if I have to. All right, let's get a measurement for this. This opening here above the water heater we can go slightly above the washing machine. I want to be away from this water heater. So we'll probably hang one rod somewhere around here to make sure I got good clearance away from this water heater. If I got to pull this thing out, I don't want to fight this very bad. So we want to be somewhere around here. Let's just say 6 inches off the water heater, and then off the wall, that's going to put us 32 inches off of this wall. That's what it looks like. Make sure I didn't hit anything behind here. Yeah. So we're going 32 inches off this wall. And the way our rack's going to be, we can be further out because we're going to run 2x4s this way. And it'll make sense in a second. We just got to get this first cross member across. So we're going to go with a 2x4 that's probably, we'll call it 46. And our other all thread can go right about here somewhere. That'd be okay to hold the weight, because the opening will wind up being $32, $36. We might need to go above this LG. Now I've got trusses in the attic. If I was to go in the attic and look, we can do that, so I can show you how to know. Got motocross tonight, nice. We're going in the attic. See what you guys can see. Yeah, so you can see the trusses are running this way. So we got to find a truss that's running this way, that way. Let's see if we can find one. We got to get the stud finder now. So we're looking for a truss somewhere here. Like I said, it can be further out. The table itself, if we do this right, the table itself is 32 inches deep. So we can be a little bit more than 32 off the wall. So right here is the minimum. We need to find a truss out here somewhere. So this is where we're going to start looking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's going to be, okay, let's see. Right here? No. Right there. There's something right there. Keeps finding it. It thinks something's right here, and I can live with that. Let's just do a little fingernail mark. That's gonna put us, yeah, we want to be 32, so that's not terrible. We can probably go somewhere like right here. I'm going to have to switch this tape measure because the spring is very strong and it keeps smashing the F out of my finger. I don't mind telling you. So we're going to be somewhere like right here in line with the edge of this speaker. I don't want to put too many marks on my ceiling because they level 5'd my garage and I like to keep it pretty. I know that's not the most impressive thing to say, but I'm going to be real with you guys. I'd like to keep my garage looking nice if I can. Let me check the chat here. Audio is still good, right, guys? Not too noisy, not too windy. What the heck are these crowns 1, 2, and 3? Oh, that's who's more participating in the live the most. Who's winning? The more you comment, the higher your score gets. Something like that. Yeah, I got my DeWalt tape measure now. We don't need any special laser for this. We're just going to use our $30 Las Goo. It works perfectly fine. It just shoots a straight laser, which is what we need. And that's all we need. So we're going to line up our rafter and then know where to hit our points. Kansas says I'm winning. That's awesome. What's up, Kansas? Okay. So we got our line. Let's see if we can find the stud again, or the joist. Somewhere like right here. Somewhere right here. I'm gonna go as far as I can reach. Okay. Let's get a tape measure pull on that. This isn't going to be as bad because the joist is running the same direction continuously. So we can call that 51 and a half. 51 and a half, we want it 32 inches off the wall, and that is pretty close. That's close enough for me. Close enough to where I'm not going to make another mark on my ceiling, I'll tell you that. We're going right there. Let's make sure. I'm going to trust this tool. That's what we're going to do. We don't need anything fancy. All we need is this drill to not fit that. Okay, we do need something fancy. We need we need a socket now. Let me go get one. I gotta see what size it is. It is a 13 mil, but I don't want to do millimeter. It is a... F it, I'll do millimeter. I don't care. It is a ½ inch. Oh, I have a ½ inch. Okay, that'll work. Good old Harbor Freight for the win here. Somebody said if you had to pick one, what would it be? The 870 or the 860. And you can see where this is all chewed up, so we don't really want to slam this in here. It could get stuck forever. So we're going to continue to use the drill. I would choose the 860 personally. It's just too fast of an impact. It's got a lot of power. Ultimately more versatile. Okay, that's what we're installing. Let's get it in. Should be right here. Okay. That's in there. And we're going to back the nut out. The nut chose to go all the way up in there, so we need to back it up just a little bit. Make a hole in my sheetrock, that's fine. Got the all thread there. Like we talked about before, we really want to make sure that we get a good bite on our thread. And we pre-measured for that reason. Perfect. Right there. So, now if you're wondering how strong this is, I'll show you. I haven't even tightened it yet. You want to know how strong Knipex pliers are? This is dangerous. Don't do this. Don't do this, chat. I don't know if you can see my feet. You can't see my feet. That's not good. Here, check this out. Here we go. And these are just a little 7-inch. These aren't the big ones. Okay, so we got our all thread. That's one. We can just replicate what we did there. We did 51 3/4. So we'll go over here and we'll do 51 3/4 in front of this washer dryer. Then we'll start drilling out our 2x4. Never done it on a ladder. I wanted to do it on a ladder, guys, but if I slipped, the all thread would run down the back of my hand like an effing chainsaw. So forgive me for choosing not to. The same point came across by hanging on the bottom of it. You guys get it. I didn't feel like chainsawing the back of my tendons. Thanks. That was 51 3/4, I believe. Come on, tape measure. It was 52 3/4. 51 3/4. Okay, good. Now we're going to go 46, and we can do that easily now. Let's do that. Let's go 46 roughly. So we want a 44-inch, probably. Our 2x4 itself will be 4 inches overhang. We're still going to go 46. Let's go 46 anyway. .46, somewhere right here. I'm going to go 51 3/4 off the wall. My tape measure is actually pissing me off now. It got bent. It got bent. 51 3/4, right? I'm going to throw it. That's why I don't like my tape measures when they get bent. That should do it. We still want to stud find it just to make sure. Can you guys see? Yeah, barely. You guys can barely see. That's dead on. Okay. All right, so we're gonna make another one. It's actually easier to take you guys out of this case and put you in this case. Okay. So we got our nut. We got our rod coupling. And we want to go right to about there. I'm going to run that backwards there. We want to check how much bite we're going to get. That's nice. We can try to cinch the nut. Before we run it. There we go. What are we installing? We're making our own rack because one of those online retailers asked me, hey, do you want to feature our rack in your video? And I said, no, I like to build my own. So we're building our own. Of course, I could have got it for free, but building your own is so much more satisfying, and I can show you guys how to do it. Perfect. We might actually tighten this one up a little bit more based on what just happened there, because it looked like we got a lot more bite. Looked like we got a lot more bite into that lag than that one. Let me make sure this one's tight. We'll do that by cinching these two nuts together. Nope. Let me see how we're going to do that. Okay. Yeah, now I can actually run that in there by hand. So I will. I'll just keep going by hand. I can hear it cracking the wood, but that's okay. Back that one off. We need just that one off. Let's see here. There we go. That's good. Okay. Now we got to get the rod coupling. Okay. Okay. Made a loud crack, but whatever. much I can do about it now. Okay, there we go. So we got that one. And now we got this one. What's up, Skippy? What's going on? I am not watching chat too closely tonight. Sorry, guys. Trying to build something. Yeah, see, that got a lot of bite. I like that. That's good. And tighten this one up. Here we go. Now we got to figure the height. So the 2x4 is 3.5 inches tall. We need to cut some height off of these, and we need to make them level. That looks good there. That looks terrible there. That looks good there. That looks good there. That's good. This is what most of your job is as an electrician. Just mounting these racks, getting the all thread level. There you go. Okay. So now we got them both level. Doesn't look level from the side of the camera, but it is. That one's pretty darn level. Person who trips over the tip of the rod sticking out of the floor. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to cut these shorter so nobody stabs their brain on it. I've got this 2x4. I don't know how long it is, but this might work for us. Let's hope. That's 51. That looks like a winner to me, guys. I'm not trying to play perfection. The interior is all that matters to get the tables in and out / chairs. So we're already good. Maybe just hold these like this. Somewhere right there, and then we'll just get the center. Okay, hang on. So we're going to have to get more in the center here. There we go. We're going to drill out this 2x4. Right there. And right there. That'll work. Okay. Tape it in place. Nah, it's faster. We're speed running it. Although I do wish that this tripod would hold still. Now we've got our DeWalt set here. We've also got our center punches. So let's see, what can you guys see? That's where we're drilling. Yeah, you guys can see that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna hit the center of it. And we want to use these. That should be 5/16. And it is. We're going to use an impact because why not? Now I'm going to show you why I like this extension specifically. One, pops the bit out just like that. So that's cool. I'll show you again because the stupid camera pops the bit out like that. And then two, this piece here doesn't get thicker than itself ever. So when you put a drill bit on that's in line with it, the drill bit would have to be smaller, so we're still going to run into trouble on this one. But in most cases, you have a bigger drill bit than this. We might go up to 3/8. We'll see what happens. We will just drill both sides. All right, so that is 2 5/16. It's always good when the wood shavings come out of the same hole. It's usually a good sign. Yeah, that's good. Let's flip it around. All right, now this one was our guess, and then we got the ladder straight, and we saw it was actually this one. Let's see, did we eyeball it right? We had 2 5/16. We're closer to 3 inches on this side. Does that bother me? No, not even a little bit. Because we are throwing this sucker up. That is, what is that one? 3 5/8. A pencil. Perfect. Let's cut the rod. We gotta cut the rod. Let's just let it run its course and call them and tell them, I don't know if it slowed down or just sped up the process. Be a long phone call. What's going on with the phone call? I'm legitimately concerned about the dryer door. This may come down. Oh, it's getting cut. Haha, that's funny. Now we gotta cut the rod. So let's back you guys up a little bit. Okay, so we gotta be above the dryer. And we only need, each table is 4 inches tall, 3 inches tall actually. So we should be able to fit 6 tables, but I've got 14 chairs and 3 tables. So my hope is to get 3 tables at 9 inches each, or 9 inches total, and then put the chairs up here too, some way, shape, or form. So the dryer is sitting at 21. We're gonna call it 21. It's really at 21 and a half, but I really don't want to get too close. So we're gonna call the dryer 21. So let's see here. We gotta go. Yeah, because look, see the clearance here is 4 inches from the dryer door. So we'll have half an inch of play when it comes to the dryer door, but also it curves, so it's not even gonna matter. Like I could put the 2x4 right there and it would be fine. Because it's 3.5 inches. I think we're just gonna take a measurement where the last nut's gonna go. With that in mind, let's do 25. 25, and then it'll be 3.5. Let's see here, 3.5. So we should have 22 inches to play with. Yeah, we're gonna cut the rod at 25 inches and make it all happen. So rod gets cut at 25. I gotta move my ladder. Now there's a trick to this with cutting rod, and we could run a nut all the way up before we cut, but because we have a bandsaw, we don't have to worry. But I'll show you guys the trick here in a second. I'm just gonna cut at 25, so we'll. You can always cut at an angle too. No time for tricks though. We'll show you the tricks when I'm done. Let's cut this one at 25. Man, I've had a headache for like 3 hours. It's not going away. Probably had to do with the 20 screaming kids running around here earlier. Alright, so we got washers, and I need 2 nuts. I know I dropped one on the floor earlier. Let's see here. There's the one that I dropped on the floor earlier. Now, I was going to tell you guys that I was pretty sure that dude that rang up, because because they got to take these numbers off of the nuts to know what to charge you. I'm pretty sure that he stole one of my nuts and didn't put it back in the bag. But that's okay, because I got an extra one. But that's why you buy extras. I literally bought 9. So, okay, trick time. I'll show you a trick. The trick is to use your whole hand and not just your finger. There's a couple of tricks here. You can take a screwdriver, tape the back of your screwdriver, and put it in your drill and spin this thing all the way up. But if you use your whole hand, you get the full surface area. As the nut spins up, you get all that cross-sectional area across your hand. As you're running your all thread up like this, and it's pretty fast. Okay. Use what we got here. Let's do that. I gotta move the camera for you guys. Sorry. I just dropped the nut and it went behind the water heater, so we're going to use an all-thread coupling. Okay. Cool. Now, okay, so I got that there. That is awfully low. We might go higher. We're going to figure it out here in a second. But this is the start of this. So now we got to hang something like a ledger board on this back wall and then run some slots across. And let me see here. All right. I think it will hold a couple of tables. What do you guys think? Can this thing go up any higher? See if my tripod will go up higher for you. A little bit higher. See you later, Skippy. Ready to do some pull-ups on that beam right now. I got too much of a headache to keep going. I can probably do 5 right now, dude. I haven't done pull-ups in forever. All right, so this is the plan. Yeah, so we just got to make some runners there, put something on the back wall. We'll be looking good. All right, we need to get the level. We can do the laser. There's a bunch of ways we can do this. What I would do if I was in the field, I would just take a piece of pipe. I would stick it on the rack, touch it to the wall, put a level on the pipe, get it level, and then mark the bottom of the pipe. Hit it with a wombo combo. I don't think this pipe is long enough though. And that's exactly what she said. It's not long enough, man. The offset's in the way. Let me get another piece of pipe. And we're using pipe because it's magnetic. We could use a 2x4, but it's not magnetic. The other thing we gotta do, you know what? We gotta level this rack first before we do anything. We gotta level this rack and make sure that it is level itself before we do anything. Okay. That's level 2. That's good. We're gonna go up a little bit higher over here. This 2x4 might, yeah, it's warped right there. No wonder. It's like, damn, no matter what I do. That's pretty good now. That damn 2x4 is bowed. Oh! I just realized what 2x4 this is. This is not just any 2x4. Ha! Ha ha! Shoot. Well, it's installed now. This was a special 2x4 that was actually, yes, definitely crooked. This 2x4? Haha. Shit. This 2x4 is a very specific 2x4. Damn, we might need to turn that around. The bottom's going to be straight, but this 2x4 fits specifically in this slot. Right here. And it slides in and out. And that's why that piece is there. So that 2x4 has been chopped on the top with a recip saw to slide right in. So that's nice. That's actually hilarious. What's up, Jeremy? Yeah, that is... It is what it is, guys. It is what it is, man. We're gonna flip it. I'm going to flip it, but it's going to look like shit. That is like, okay, whatever. We're gonna make a new one because I need this 2x4. I need this one because it's already made for what I've got. That's now I'm not gonna flip it. I need it. It's a specific 2x4. We're gonna use this as a template. But no, this 2x4 fits very specific for my tool testing videos. And it fits right in there. And then the top of this is the same height as the top of this. So the wood goes from here and then this sits over here. This is very specific. We can't use this. I gotta make a new one. I should have just grabbed whatever 2x4 I saw. That's pretty funny though, honestly. We'll grab this one. Yeah, that's actually hilarious. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. What are you gonna do? All you can do is laugh. That's what I'm gonna do. My garage is a mess, guys. My garage is a mess. How far out can we go? Perfect. Stop that. Get out of the way. It's close enough. Go. All right, here is our sometimes, man, if it's just not working out, there's a reason. There is going to be a reason for it. I need to put you guys in the tripod. Where'd the springy tool go? The bench is cool and all, man, but it's got holes in it. Like, you know, does it have to have holes in it? Who said I wanted to clamp anything? I didn't. Bullseye. I missed. Yep, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Now that we have a actual 2x4 and not a 2x whatever the hell we had over earlier. You are the chosen one. Okay. Let me see. Oh man, should I find that nut? I think it's okay. This way. There we go. Now we have a 2x4. Damn. Should be pretty close. May actually want to go up with it. Because we want to be higher than the dryer. We really do. If we're not higher than the dryer, then it's not going to work out. They'll be found when barefoot early in the morning while emptying the dryer. Maybe. Maybe. Down a little bit. Right there. That's perfectly level. Okay, let's see how much clearance we have above the dryer using the pipe. So we have about an inch. We have about blah, 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 can't talk. We have about an inch above the dryer, so that's fine. Now we need to mark the wall. And how are we going to mark the wall? Probably just by effing stabbing it. Yep. Yep, so the bottom of my pipe circle, the bottom of my pipe circle will be the top of my rail back there. So we have a pipe circle that you can barely see. It's right there. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. Perfect. Yeah, bottom of the pipe circle, top of my rail. So now we got to make a rail. Dude, that pledge is amazing. That's all I can use. When I say it's all I can use, it's actually all that I can physically use. I don't like anything else that messes with me bad. Okay, my headache is not going away. We need to get some wood. And we're at it. Let's get everything all level. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can live with that. We need, how far are we off the wall? 28 works for me. Doesn't have to be perfect. So we got 28 there. And now we need to get a 52-inch piece that starts 28 inches off the wall. Easy. Easy. Get some wood. This is going to be too short. Yeah. Yep, that is too short. I've got 4 2x4s right here. Okay, now before we cut this, let's see where the studs are. There's no point in starting that far off the wall if there's no stud there. So we want to start ultimately where a stud is, if we're thinking about this. We don't want to do 28. If there's no stud. Just stand on my freezer casually. There's 28 there. We need to find at least 2 studs. Wow. Wow, that's actually... See? If we had started, so we actually want to go like 3 inches beyond 28 and then actually hit the damn stud at 27 3/4. So the stud is here. So we want to go 3 inches longer this direction. That's all that matters, pretty much. That's why you pre-plan. That's why you pre-plan. So, unfortunately, I forgot. I forgot my measurement again. All I can think about is my headache. 52. So, 3 more inches. We'll go 55. We'll cut at 55, and then we'll sink this in with some 3.5 inch, or maybe some 2.5 inch construction screws. Go 55, right? Here. So in case you're wondering, this little 7 1/4 saw, I've done a lot of projects. You guys have seen all the lives. I have not charged this battery since we charged it the first time. This is a $50 8.0 battery from Scener. This is not sponsored, but this is a fairly decent value. 50 bucks for an 8? I'll take it all day. Not like a Makita guy. Okay. So here's some 4-inch GRKs here. We'll go ahead and do these. And let's see, that's not what I wanted. I've got a drill with these ready to go, but I don't know where it is specifically. I guess you guys can come with me to find it. That's what Sancho says, yeah. Technically a 4. It's not a flex volt, but I will take it apart later. Either way, 50 bucks. It works. Does high output things. We can take it apart, maybe a different live. We don't need this anymore. No, all right. Forgot how to use my own laser. Okay, we need. I'm not that desperate where I'm going to grab that, but I will if I need to keep the live going, because this is a T40, T30. Yeah, this T30. We're not that desperate yet. No, right here. There it is. That's the bit we need right there. Try to keep that set together. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so we need to go across the pipe. Why did I put the laser away? Why? Anybody tell me that? Does anybody know? I can already see I'm going to regret screwing the laser onto this thing. I can already tell that this thing is not going to level out for me. Hang on. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're gonna go up higher. I gotta put you guys back in the tripod. Okay, here we go. Some Makita tools before they go up in price. Haha. Yeah. Just said no one ever. Right there. Okay. So we know where one stud is. Let's mark the others. Is this house 16 or 24? I do not know. Come on. Hey, maybe here. Maybe there. Let's see. It's so hard to use this thing and let you guys see what I'm doing and not be in the way. right there. Damn, that's 24. That's an old wall. That's 24. And you know what? That's all I need. That's all I need. I need that, and the rest can cantilever for all I care. I can zip a screw in later. I want to stay away from that ductwork. No, this is a Lasgu. Lasgu, not a Ryobi. Lasgu, it's 30 bucks. They sent it to me years ago. It works. If it breaks, they will replace it. True story, because it broke and they replaced it. So, company's not too bad. Of course, I think I left the batteries in it and they corroded, but we won't talk about that. They replaced it. That looks good enough for me, man. Just sharing the freaking line. Yeah. Gotta get my foot off the... Damn it. I had it where I wanted it. Right there and there. Yeah. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. That felt like a miss, but it will hold it for now. See if we can get this one. Okay. Drop it like it's hot. Okay, let's see. Let's see, did I mix my marks up? What happened there? Pretty sure I mixed my marks up. It was the outer mark that I was curious, that I was interested in, not the... It's the outer mark, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, I put on the wrong mark, damn it. Okay, so both marks got mixed up. It happens. Let's put 2 more in them. How? I just hit my head on the thing I just built. That didn't feel so secure either. That was finally a stud. Now, where the hell is this thing? We gotta find it. We gotta find it. Let's see here. Of course, it's not gonna find anything. It's in between the two. That's amazing. We can try that. We'll try one more time right here. That's that wasn't it either. Okay, we got one. We got one. I'm gonna try and get another one here. See if we can get one on this far side behind this dryer. And I'm trying to stay away from this vent, but it doesn't want me to. I will try right here. Okay. All right. Trying to think how to get you guys taller. Okay. So we should have an even number back front. Call it 52 3/4. It's also 52 3/4, yeah. So we want 54-inch pieces. Three 54-inch pieces, I think, might work. Or we could do one sheet of plywood, but I kind of like the idea of the dust not collecting. Or what's half of, how long are these? Can we cut them in half? These are 8-footers, so 48's not going to work. Damn. I gotta make sure I have another 2x4 before I do this. I think I do see one up there. It was crooked though. We could do, let's see what it is edge to edge. We could make 48 work. Yeah, pull it in a little bit. I could make 48 work. That would save lumber. I think I see another 2x4. Let me see here. I need to have 2 more 2x4s before I make a cut. get a 2x6, and this is a 2x4 here. It's a very crooked 2x4, but it'll work. It will work. That is so crooked that might not work. Oh, here's another one. That's a 2x6. Hey, beggars can't be choosers. We're live. We're gonna make it work. 2x6. Yeah, we'll just do it. Two 2x6s. Just do two 2x6s. That's what we'll do. And we said 52, I believe. Or did we say 54? Let me check. We said 54. I want this side. Actually, both sides are pretty crappy. Yeah, we'll go this. All right. What's up, Joel? What's going on? You just got here. Want to say hi, Jess? What's up? Deep in the heart of Texas. We could have spun that around. We should spin that around. One more. One more 54. Now I would pop these with the nail gun, but that'd just be rude because it's it's getting pretty late over here, so we're gonna sink them in with the screw gun or something. But oh, dude, I would love to use that. I would love to use that. We can't do it. Cut the plywood to the right length. I don't want to do plywood because I don't want dust to collect. So it's bad enough there's gonna be tables up here. I want minimal dust. That's the goal. Oops. I am smashing you guys into the damn light. I could stand on it to work on it. That'd be cool. That's 34 in the back. That's 34 in the front. And we need a level. That is pretty damn good. What does that look like? That is also pretty damn good. Just wanted you guys to see. I just wanted you guys to see how level we are. Shoot, why did I grab this tripod? I'm not going to put you guys back. Damn. Hang on, I just got to bash this leg shut. There we go. Yeah, that is actually impressive where it's at. We could roll it back that way just a touch right there. And then make sure that we're still at 34. Right there. That's nice. So, well, let me zip it in before I show you. Before it moves. It's very happy where it's at. Okay. I need some 2.5-inch screws. Where are the screws? I think my wife went looking for me. Are you looking for me? Where are the screws at, man? Those are wire nuts. We did a project the other day and I put everything in here. There they are. Let's say. And now I have lost the impact that I grabbed. There it is. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Damn. We might make this like absolutely perfect. just pull one in the back. Okay. Yep. Alright, so if we go way over here with this one, what is the difference? We go 42. Go 42. Yeah, we'll go 21 in the center. So, we'll call it 19 on the edge. There you go. Were we pulling it or were we pushing it? We were pulling it. That's good enough. Okay. All right. What's the overhang measurement? I didn't really plan for one. Around 2 inches. What do we got? 1 3/4 inches. 1 3/4 inches. It's all even. Whatever it is. I just picked a number and ran with it. But it's all dead freaking on, dude. I don't build very much that's not dead on. Even though I didn't know the measurement, I knew it was going to be dead on. I do for a living, mountain racks. Well, it's not all I did, but that's what you do as an electrician. You guys shouldn't follow a tool channel that is a fucking poser. Hang on, let me turn this light off. There you go. All right, we got to pull a measurement to here. Should be 19. I think we pulled from this side to here. And now we'll pull from this side. We'll shoot from this side to here to get it the same. Should be pretty close. How I made it flush with the top of the washer and dryer? Yeah. Little itty bitty gap in there. Just enough to breathe. Just enough. That way it can bounce around and not like be terrible. You know what I mean? Because these things move around a little bit. This is my house. This is my house. I wouldn't build this for a customer. That'd be ghetto. That would be ghetto. Although this isn't bad. It's just not normal, I guess you would say. Yeah, so we're going 19 right there. We'll pull. No. pushing, pushing, not pulling, pushing. All right, there. Yeah, that's perfect. With okay, cool. What's here? Yeah. Where's the screws at? I need 3. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now we can hit more studs on the back. I'd like to hit one more stud, please. We need one more stud. I don't know where it is. My studs are being weird. My stud finder's being weird. I don't know. We're gonna find it. See if we can get it. See, I'd like to stay away from that vent. Okay. Here. And then nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, you're there. You son of a bitch. There is something there. You know what? It wants to be like that. It just wants to be like that. I'll put the stud ball on it, I guess. I'll put the stud ball on it because you're making me nervous. Stop that. There is a stud right there. So there is a stud right here. How the hell are we missing that stud? There's a stud right here, guys. Yeah, look at that. There's a stud right there. How the hell? How are we missing that stud? We've already put one there, and it was not there. I'll just do it again. We'll just do it again. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that I don't know where my bit went for the T30. Because ADHD strikes again. Oh, I'm holding it in my fucking left hand. It's in my left hand, guys. I didn't know where it was. It's right here. Amazing. Okay. I don't know how many different ways we can drill this. It's gotta be like right here. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Let's test it. My phone is dying. We have to test it and we have to get out of here. So, we just gotta test it. Okay. Appreciate you guys watching. Build this instead of buying one. Instructions in the live. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Phone is dying. Gotta get. Bye-bye.